has had a limited preparation, although still looks fine. And there's one of the players who has become a great match winner, the Hoff. Can he turn it on today? Is the Hoff on?
The rebirth of football in South Australia. There's only ever one first time, and this is it. The first ever showdown at Adelaide Oval is underway. Wines tried to get a kick away. Hard tackle, Wingard slung to the deck, and we'll see a bit of that today.
Trengove on McKernan, he's playing out at half forward. Eddie Betts is one of the great dangers down there. Looks like young Impey has got him.
Free kick, Travis Boak. An appointed start from the Port Adelaide organisers here, playing in excesses. They'll never tear us apart as part of their intro, moments before the bounce as well. Corns inside 50, Schultz slips to the back. Talia run down, that could be ball. Must have got a toe on it just.
And a throw, it was definitely a throw. He was grabbed. Yeah, they got away with the first one, they didn't get away with the second one. We'll take another look. He did get a foot on that, so good decision. And then Sam Jacobs picks up the ball and didn't dispose of it correctly. So an opportunity.
Matthew Lobe. For the record, this won't be the first ever goal by a Port Adelaide AFL player at Adelaide Oval, because they did play Melbourne here in a one-off game a couple of years ago. The power. This is the Crows' first game here. Listen to that.
Brilliant start by Port Adelaide, and well received by the crowd. Haven't seen so much teal in any venue ever in my life. And here's the double tackle. Great pressure from the Hoff, and then Lobe tackles Jacobs, and Jacobs just throws the ball away. He's pinged, and Lobe rightly goes back. One of the most improved ruckmen in the competition. This is a big scalp. If he can get Sam Jacobs and have the mantle as the #1 ruckman in South Australia, it'll be a great start to his year.
Lively start. Westhoff used his body. Got two to beat here. Boundary line might be his way. It is. And jumped on. And made to earn it. Wouldn't expect anything else. Umpires has thrown in. There's 6 players outside the boundary line still. Tucked up against the boundary. Wines. Just got a knuckle on it.
Right, surely. Try and block it up.
No one on the mark, boys.
What a challenge for Impey.
And he goes for home. It's long. Carlisle. Oh, Podsiadly.
Oh, that was a mark, wasn't it?
The Port Adelaide players stopped. They believe it was. Impey picked it up, looked around for a whistle, didn't get one. Schultz at the back.
Fast breaks on. He's got no one to go to. He's going to have to do it.
Wingard drops it. Has to mop up his mess. Caught. Brought down. Crows a chance. Dangerfield. He's the right man for the moment. That is a superb kick just over Podsiadly's head. Quick enough. Goes back. Gets it. And sprays it.
Didn't quite think it through there, Pods. He had plenty of time to come back out.
And a good pick from Wines. And Ebert is away. He can sight the big sticks from there. Goes to the square. Westhoff. Turns Talia around. Again, one-handed. Can't mark it again. Jacobs lent a hand.
Just a long bomb. It's the pressure.
Harlett couldn't mark it. Knocks it to ground. Through the legs of Robbie Gray. Slips the attempted tackle. Back to Harlett. Back to Gray. 45 out. Nails it.
Well, Robbie Gray, this could be the year of Robbie Gray. He has had potential since day one at the club. He hasn't delivered. He's had a lot of injuries, hasn't been fit enough. But from what you hear from the Port Adelaide camp, he's had a huge summer. There's Jacobs, just kicked it out. He was that's perceived pressure. That's what big crowds, big games do to you. And Port Adelaide through Hartlett and the finishing of Robbie Gray took full control. Robbie Gray's a big danger today, as is Monfries, as is Wingard. Those small forwards are very good.
A bloke who's on his own like Westhoff.
Well, you've got to know how far you can kick, don't you? And you've got to play within your limitations.
Open spaces. Monfries read it beautifully. He's got Robbie Gray in a one-on-one.
Big contest.
Heads to the pocket. Little nudge. Talia goes to ground. Robbie Gray keeps his feet. Bends it around. Open goal square. Ebert. They're going to build a statue for his uncle in a few months' time. Nails another one.
Well, I think that when you see Westhoff in defence, every other side is going to now know that that is the trigger for the fast break, trying to open it up, get Robbie Gray away, get blokes in the middle to run down the corridor. They bring the ball out wide, as you can see, and you'll notice Ebert, he's just charging. He's run 150 metres. He's run the length of his ground almost to get himself in a one-off position. I'm not sure where his man is, but it leaves Robbie Gray with just a nice, easy kick around the corner. Great work, Port Adelaide. We're going to see the long bomb down the middle. They've got Jacobs there waiting for it. They've got guys 30 metres out who can hit the pack.
Go for a torp in front of 53,000.
There it is, down the middle. Jacobs has disappeared. He's gone forward.
Good effort from both Johnston and Adelaide. The step nice from McKay. They need a nerve settler here, Adelaide. Hands it back to Johnston. They're dead eye from outside 50 for the Crows. First goal at the new Adelaide Oval. Oh, tried the spear, and Alapate Carlisle, the one change to Port Adelaide's winning team last week, back in this week, takes the mark.
And that's big game pressure, guys. You just got to compose yourself. There's always going to be an option that bobs up when you've got space in the forward 50, and young Sam Kerridge couldn't find it.
Corns, no one to go too long. He knows that, doesn't want to turn it over. There's the 1-2 by hand. Cassisi, Westhoff. Now Butcher presents.
Oh,
Back
well
to
done.
Westhoff. Runs inside 50. He can keep it low. No one in the square. That's a big-time goal.
It's a great kick for goal on the run when he's running flat out, when he's running with fatigue. This is an enormous conversion. At the other end, Sam Kerridge had his option. It was just too many opportunities to fail, and he took one. And at the other end of the ground,
Look at this pickup, Jared. That's good by a big fella.
yeah, it's a great run though, wasn't it, by Westhoff? He kicked it in, he kept charging, and he finished.
Pollock lays a tackle on Rutten. Boak wobbles it to half forward. Butcher with Brown. Monfries with Yench. Dumped. Butcher looks up. He's got Ebert. Who's the hot hand? Chips it beautifully. Wingard.
Surely Monfries was entitled to a free kick there. He didn't have the ball. He got taken off the ground. Hasn't hurt Port Adelaide, but when Eddie Betts looked up to kick, all he could see were Port Adelaide jumpers charging into defence to block up any options that were there. They are working so well with military precision at the present time, Port Adelaide.
Dwayne, you called it before. Brad Ebert, excellent at kicking and hitting targets inside 50. He lowered the eyes there and found Wingard.
Won his first showdown medal in the last showdown last year. That's his forte. Big time goals.
Well, a pretty worried Adelaide looking box there. Here's the replay. That's the free kick that Jared was talking about. Here's the lowering of the eyes. He could have easily bombed away, even had a shot at it. But Wingard there finished off. He kicked 5 in the showdown last time. He loves big games. He loves it, he said. He's looking forward to this one in interviews throughout the week. 24 disposals and a few goals.
Take the seconds off. Westhoff, no arm chop free. Ball to the back. Upwards of 50,000 here, we expect. Capacity is 53,000. It's a Port Adelaide home game. It's a sea of teal. And they have started like it is their home. 5-4-34 to Adelaide. 1 straight 6 at quarter time. Oddsy Adley half volley. Dangerfield has to mop it up, but he jumped into them and threw that away. That was a Rob Burness Campbell, and he got away with it. Douglas short. Thompson hands it off to Johnson. Again, their dead-eye go-to man. Eddie Betts on the line.
What about the Dangerfield handball or throw?
Spins around Eddie, and they're on the way back.
just haven't got the legs at the moment. They're fighting a good fight in this quarter all the same.
I think it's also the number that get back as well, Kingy, and that is horrendous.
Wines to make them pay. Lent back on the kick. Awesome. Horrible turnover. Brilliant goal.
Well, he would look for a sprinkler hole at the moment, wouldn't he, Matty Inch, after a kick like that in front of 50-odd thousand. That'd be a horrible feeling. Trying to do a very, very smart kick off the boundary line, off one step inside, and he just laces out Wines, who you don't need to give him any more possessions at the moment. He's getting enough of his own.
Sits it up a little on McKernan. To Polak. Oh, the 1-2 works. The 1-2-3 if he wants it. Cassisi, time to steady, goes to the square. Wingard used his body, might kick the goal. Pumps it long. Dangerfield under it. Dumped away.
There's Kenny Hinkley there. Ooh, he nearly gave him a backhander like Robbie Muir back in the heyday there, but he just pulled up and said, I'm okay, I'm just a little bit panicky at the moment.
Butcher. Lobie the crummer. Ebert in a one-on-one with Crouch. He was held. Plays on quickly. Schultz over the top to Butcher. He's got Broadbent running for him. He puts it longer into the space. Wingard, Brown, Wingard with the tap. Still Wingard. Past Broadbent. Jensch, Wingard dives in. Oh, he made it his. He just wanted it more. And both goals.
Well, it's always a good idea to handball to the captain, isn't it, Jared? He just got on the end of some brilliant one-on-one play from Chad Wingard. Good kick by Butcher. Take it away, Jared.
Well, you just notice the numbers here. It's 1-on-1, then it's 2-on-2, and then it's 3-on-2. And this is where the Crows have let themselves in. They've got a 3-on-2 situation there. Boak comes in late. And that's a position that should never have been allowed to happen there. They're not working together well as a team. Brilliant stuff by Wingard.
Well, coaches will tell you it's not one effort these days in footy. You've got to go 2 efforts, 3 efforts, 4 efforts, and that's what Chad Wingard did.
In the clinches. He plays onto advantage and bangs it long. Eddie Betts in a one-on-one. Big leap. Jonas front spot. Eddie the crumb. Dances around a couple. Hits the square. Bounces it home. Eddie's got 3 for the quarter. Hogsy Adelaide, but there's no one long. He wanted Dangerfield, but Dangerfield had a man right with him. McKay bumped hard. Podsiadley again. Hammered forward by Smith. Sits on its end and nearly bounces through.
Nearly got an Angus Monfries.
Bit early for one of those, though. They're better late in the game. Hopsh. And that should do us. Capacity crowd here. Barely a spare seat in the house. It's been a sensational afternoon to this point in time. And a chance for everyone to take a breath. Half-time in the first ever showdown at Adelaide Oval. And Port Adelaide leads 7-8-50 to 5-2-32. David King's downstairs.
A genuine arm wrestle down here, Dwayne. The players are milling around. Then they look nervous, they look apprehensive, they look spent. It's a hot day at the Adelaide Oval. 18 points to margin. A fast start by Port Adelaide. Can they hang on from here? We'll find out after this break.
Port Adelaide having won the last 2 showdowns, both showdowns last year by 9 points and 4 points. They've got a recent history of playing close ones, these two. Half-time, Port Adelaide by 18. Eddie Betts, who's 3 goals in the second term, put Adelaide back in it. And we're underway. Jacobs and Lobe. Jacobs scrambles a kick to half forward. Adelaide, who's worked hard without a huge possession count. Sloan gets it up. Douglas from the paint. It's bending. It's there. It took 10 seconds.
Well, it's a good start by the Crows, looking a little bit more steady.
Absolutely. Port Adelaide getting numbers back to try and stop this. Into the space. Betts.
Gee, nice kick. That is a beautiful kick. Brodie Smith, knows for his penetrating, hard running, and a brilliant kick there to Betts, who really looks the only danger in the forward line at the moment. 3 goals in that second quarter. And I'll tell you what, this will put a lot of pressure on Impey if he can put through his 4th.
Let them overtake a contested pack mark down there. They've got some tools, but it's all Eddie.
South Australian born, Port Lincoln boy back home. He's got 4. Johnston from behind. Holmes front spot, kept it in front. Oh, took him on. It's got to be ball. Play on advantage.
Eddie Betts 1 out, boys.
Thompson puts it on the deck for him. The chaos ball. Impey, Eddie, Impey, Eddie!
Oh!
Well, it's funny, Port Adelaide, as much as they've been dominant in last quarters, and we've seen that stat in many places, their third quarters have been just about the worst in the competition.
Dangerfield, he could be the man. He hands it up instead to Smith. Long, goal square, Eddie! For the first time today, the Adelaide Crows lead. Tringo over roller, Robbie Gray. Caught, threw it away. Should have been ball. Schultz throws it away.
Adelaide been dangerous.
Come up with it. Impey off Eddie now. Goes to Butcher. Had hands on it. Got a push. But this might test him. He's directly out, and he should nail it, but he doesn't always nail it.
Well, the free kick was certainly there. Got the push in the back. But his biggest issue is his kicking. We all know that, Johnny Butcher, and if ever you're going to feel the heat, it's in front of 52,000 people. Let's hope he can go back and do what he should do as a key forward.
There's a lot better technicians than this from this spot.
From directly out, squeezes it home. Port Adelaide back in front.
Yeah, John Butcher gets a lot of heat for missing goals, and yes, he has got an awkward drop of the ball, but there's a lot of blokes with perfect styles miss from the positions that he also occasionally misses from. But he's a warrior. He keeps on attacking the ball, and he's got the job done when they desperately needed one here, Port Adelaide.
Well, good kick by Johnny Butcher. Good for him. Good for his confidence.
Schultz had it, lost it, fights hard, back to even. Pajama Impey, who wants to run, gets it wide. Talia, Butcher, kept his feet, Butcher. Floats one inside 50 to Monfries, dives, marks.
All this is happening while Jared Pollock's on the bench here. He's being mummified. They're wrapping cuts to the back of the head. He's probably their most important clearance midfielder at the moment. He's the one that's provided the class in the second half last week against Carlton. They need him out there desperately.
Angus Monfries had a sensational first season for Port Adelaide. Every game last year. 39 goals last season, including a bag of 7 against the Cats. Did everything. And this is a huge moment to steady the ship. Across the face, Wingard plays on goals. Adelaide slack there. Port Adelaide capitalise.
And it may just end up being a battle between Eddie Betts and Chad Wingard. This was poor defence by Adelaide. It is time where fatigue sets in, and they're probably thinking the ball's going to go through the goal, so they drop their concentration just enough. And if you have a look at it, there's just not enough urgency here from Adelaide. Not just on one occasion, but also allowing him just to dribble it across the line. And as you said, the other fellow hasn't got the ball. It's got to be a free kick, and that is back to the first quarter for the Crows.
It's the third time Monfries has had it in this spot for the quarter. He passes to Robbie Gray. Ryder gives him a free for a push. Robbie Gray's within range, and by his standards, this is kickable. And he is also a showdown medalist. Back in 2010, Robbie Gray, he can lift for big occasions.
Yeah, well, he had a massive third quarter against Carlton last week. Tough kick for a right footer.
Making the sub. Paul Pleasure's coming into the game, boys, so they expect some run here, the Crows, some class and some run.
To silence from the pocket. There's the roar. Port Adelaide steal the momentum back.
Well, brilliant kick by Robbie Gray. He's a classy finisher. We're talking about Monfries. We're talking about Ray, Wingard. And here's Dangerfield and Wines. Wines wasn't looking at the ball. Did he take the body? He took the ball and the body.
Back to McKay, but he bounced it past him. Hartlett knocks it out. Cassisi back to Hartlett. Didn't know it was coming back to him. Has the poise though. Boak threatening with every passing minute. Back to full forward. Off hands. Brown needed to trap it. Couldn't quite. Hassled out of it. Port Adelaide getting numbers. Wingard. No way. Staggering.
Well, he is the genius inside that forward 54, Port Adelaide. He's proven it over a season now. And on that occasion, it was a loose ball. It was a chaos ball that came in, and somehow, with the ball in the hand as he was being slung.
See the handball there, boys. Jason Paul-Pleasure missed the target with a left-hand handball, and that's what causes the goal here. Another turnover by the Adelaide Footy Club, and you just can't afford to do that at AFL footy.
Just such goal sense as Chad Wingard.
Just need a bit of communication there.
And I think what Brent Sanderson will be saying is there was no movement. It wasn't ballistic to forward line. It was stationary.
Holek off hands. We're down to 14 seconds. Still time, but he needs a target inside 50. Somewhere, somehow, someone. Schultz could be the man. Backtracks. Got it.
Oh, that's brilliant play.
Well, what a crumb by Jared Polak. 3, 4, 5 bounces, whatever it was. And a great kick to Jay Schultz. One of the best kicks, if not the best kick, at Port Adelaide.
And this kick is for the biggest margin of the game. To make it 30 points at three-quarter time after the Adelaide Crows took the lead earlier in this term. Reputations are won and lost on days like these. Both these teams know it. There's 1 quarter left in this contest. The first ever showdown at the Adelaide Oval. Amazing scenes. Port Adelaide home game, and they go in at three-quarter time with the biggest lead of the game so far. 30 points.
Well, we're going to test the Adelaide Crows' fitness now. We know how fit Port Adelaide are. Sando's been saying how hard they've been training Adelaide. Well, time to fire up and get back into the game.
.24 points the margin, and a hush from 50,000 plus here. Jacobs. Broadbent gets back and lends a hand in defence. Nice little flick kick to Corns. And he pumps it. Butcher and Schultz with a big leap. Went up hard. Still Butcher. Flicks it out. Hartlett to roll it through. Instant reply.
Well, Hamish Hartlett has been a dominant figure right from the word go today. His work at clearances has been superb. We know he's a very talented kick when he gets an opportunity around the goals. And his work rate has been quite superb. Big jump from the back from Schultz. Didn't see much, so nice work from Butcher.
Yep.
Who lays it off. And a good response from Port Adelaide.
Kept his feet, Johnny Butcher, stayed in the game, and that is a very good little gift to Hamish Hartley.
So many talented midfielders can go and play that role as a deep forward for Port Adelaide. Gray's another one, obviously, who plays there for the majority of the time. He's not out of sorts in the middle. They can exchange it through about 6 different players. And this bloke is the other one who has just been incredible all day.
Terrific kick to Matty White too. White plays on, short pass, Schultz.
And that's a difficulty for Adelaide. They had Schultz as a short option. They had Westhoff as the long option, all in one, both one-on-one character, and they could have easily gone to both of those candidates.
I think the rotation cap has forced teams to put midfielders to full forward, and maybe they may unearth a few talents we didn't know about some of these players.
Well, Monfries, Gray and Wingard can all play in the midfield, boys.
From 50 for the biggest lead of the game. 36 points.
Well, Port Adelaide are finishing hard. You had that smell about the 20-minute mark of the third quarter that they started to look the fresher side. They've certainly come out in this last quarter and looked like that again.
Once again, Ebert getting that loose ball, so important to get those ones out of the middle, and just hits up a target.
Matty White's had 4 touches, the sub. And Jay Schultz doesn't miss too many when he gets a chance.
To Jonas, who's done the shutdown job on Eddie Betts.
Playing possession football at the moment, Port Adelaide. They do not want to kick long.
Great kick.
Hartlett
Westhoff.
pops it to the pocket to Schultz. Precision football.
Just chipping it around Port Adelaide, finding the targets, using their skills. If Adelaide want to get the ball back off Port Adelaide, they can't give them a metre. Can't allow Jay Schultz to be a metre in front of Benny Rutten because their skills are too good.
Once again, the guy with the ball in hand this time had 2 options. The long option wasn't Westhoff, it was Butcher with a beard, and Schultz. Both times they've gone short so far in this last term.
You'll hear the roar of it goes through to put the margin back to 36. How good a shot at goal is his? Unbelievable.
When he's on fire with his kicking, he's as good as anyone in the comp, Jay Schultz.
Just like the look of this forward line, Kingy, they've just always got some separation with good players. And here's a guy that can kick it to both options. This time he goes short. He had the long option who was about 20 metres out from goal. Still maintains possession by going short. You can see Butcher, Johnny Butcher up there in the top of the screen. But when you've got a guy who's as accurate as this, you might as well just drop it short.
Douglas takes off and sees Podsy Adley. He's got Grigg on the overlap. To pump it inside 50. McKernan's short. He might go for home. Drives it long. What a moment that could be. He's got Butcher inside 50 or winds. Butcher attacks it.
Okay.
Wingard stayed down. Pounces on it. This could seal it. Misses. Still alive, Adelaide.
He's gone for either a cramp or a strained calf there, Wingard.
We're just trying to make an excuse for a miss. One of the 3.
Well, when you got your name on a stand, you're allowed to say that, bro.
3-time showdown medalist Mark Rasciuto with us this afternoon, and it's been hard for him to watch.
This bloke is unbelievable, Ebert, how hard he works, and he's got a good partner.
Ollie Wines! Fine Wines!
He's a freak, Ollie Wines, isn't he, Jared?
Oh, yeah, he's
pretty good pickup. Bat number 7, I think it was, in the draft. Second year in, no blues for Ollie. He's gone from one good year, and he's looking like having a considerable better year. He just swoops on this one, sums it up, finishes off. He's got 2 goals again today, 22 touches, and he's a gun.
Not bad for your second year in the competition.
Broadbent to Gray to Corns.
Just a space.
Which is part of their game plan.
And the tap over the top. Doesn't need the tap. And here it is over the top to Butcher. White's got the pace.
Oh, he's had a ping.
He goes for goal. It could go all the way. Every showdown has that history-making moment. That could be the replay we see forever. The sealing goal for Matty White.
Well, Matthew White, he's come on the sub. He was the sub so many times in Richmond last year. Ran onto it with the fresh legs. Thought, don't worry about Johnny Butcher. I might have a ping myself with that far in front anyway. And have a look at the celebration. Oh, he's saying, I'm Port Adelaide now. Don't worry about the Tigers.
Looks like a corky in the back of the thigh there, or the back of the hamstring there, I should say. He's just going to rest this one out, I think.
Matty White breaks the tackle for another. The super sub.
Well, fresh legs on a day like today are worth everything, and what a bit of reward for a young fella that decided to make the move and come to Port Adelaide. He said, I'm not really getting a crack at Richmond. I might go to another club and see if I can prove him wrong.
Well, he was subbed at Richmond a number of times last year, and he's got to work his way into the side, and that's what he'll be thinking. Surely I'll get a start next week, because if I can get onto the ground in the opening quarter, I might kick 7. Good luck coming here with this crowd noise.
This is a cauldron. And we're probably going to hear the biggest roar in 2 minutes and 40 from now. Hopsch. He tracks it. They're not finished yet, Port. Heads to the pocket. Butcher.
Have a shot.
They pushed Geelong in the finals last year, Port Adelaide, didn't they? Weren't far away from beating them, and Geelong nearly beat Hawthorn in the prelim. And anyone you speak to down at Port Adelaide says they're definitely a better unit than what they were last year. They're definitely fitter. They've had an extra year with Darren Burgess. They've had an extra year with Ken Hinkley, and they're all 12 months older.
Butcher. Well, might as well go for it. Big, bearded Butch.
Not sure what he had in mind there, bro.
It wasn't that, I don't think. Maybe he was thinking that.
Corns to Polak, who started this all. Outstanding first half. Schultz back to Polak. Spears it to Boak. Can't take the mark. White from the pocket. Outside of the boot. Wingard. Well, that'd be appropriate.
Well, it wouldn't be a showdown final term if Wingard didn't get a goal.
Oh, he's kicked 3. He'll end up kicking 4 here.
You just wonder how good this kid could become.
Well, be the best player Port have had if he keeps going.
All-Australian, Port best and fairest last year in just his second season. He's not just good, he's scary good.
Yeah, a lot of people classified him last year as a small forward, and whilst he's small and he plays in the forward line, he is far, far more than that. His numbers were the best recorded ever by champion data for that high half-forward position, and that's the position he plays. He doesn't sit there in the goal square and crumb goals, etc., and play deep for the large majority of the game. He's up and down the ground. His work rate is almost midfield-like. His kilometres covered is almost midfield-like, and yet his goals are like a small forward.
Ken Hinkley knows Port Adelaide have planted their flag in the sand here at Adelaide Oval. From the ball up, seconds remaining, slammed to half forward, you'll hear an almighty roar. Port Adelaide will own this moment in history forever. Here for the first ever showdown at the Adelaide Oval, and Port Adelaide have won by the best part of 10 goals. 55 points, the final margin.
It is one of the great footy stories, Port Adelaide rising from the ashes. This is a club that was just about dead and buried a couple of years ago. Enter Ken Hinkley, enter David Koch, enter Keith Thomas, the CEO, who doesn't get a lot of plaudits, and enter a playing group that is willing to work as hard as they have done under a world-renowned fitness guru. And you have got a side that is just creating history here in Adelaide.